And what's up, everybody, and welcome everybody to the Put in the Book show. It's opening day eve for baseball, opening day eve for us. Season 3, episode number 23 for the Put in the Book show. I am Steve, got Rodriguez right over there to my left. Got Keith right down below me. And Keith, I watched back one episode. I remember it was last week or the week before. But you were like trying to give me a 5, and you were just like pushing up on my butt or something.
That's why I try to massage your balls.
And that's why we're rated R.
Producer Joe, right down there.
2 minutes, just 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
He started that. What's up, Tom Bohan?
Tom, what's up? Mets Baseball Friday, boys. Let's effing go Mets.
I like your. I kind of like Tom's name, Tom Bohan.
Bohan.
I'll say it how I want to say it. You say it correctly.
You say it correctly.
Bowen. He likes that.
All right, Keith, I'm going to toss it over to you to do a little Brooklyn water coffee. Hold on one second, actually. Let me bring up the Brooklyn water coffee here. Boom.
Talk about
Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. From their roaster to your front door. Do I sound muffled with the mask on?
No.
Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters, www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. It's one of my personal favorites. Most of my coffee I drink every day comes from Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. Check them out. There's a whole line of delicious flavors and regular coffee. One of the most popular coffees is the medium roast coffee. It's made from the finest herbs from South Africa and other places that make really good coffee. I don't remember their names right now. Every bag you order is roasted to order and guaranteed to ship within 24 hours of its roast date. Some of the other delicious flavors are flavors like Jacked Up Cupcake, which is like what we call our friend Rodriguez over here. What they are part of the 50% more caffeine line, such as Cinnabuzz. Get a little more kick in your ass in the morning. Not that we're donkey. I was saying like donkey. It's not a curse
Donkey.
word. Yeah, I forget.
Right, donkey.
Somebody didn't like us because we cursed too much. So
No.
No.
That was not what was said.
That's not how it happened.
You just got scolded. No.
No. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Then there's Winter Wonderland. There's a lot of delicious flavors. My recommendation is go to www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. Check out all the flavors they offer and just try it. And honestly, if you buy 2 bags, you get your third bag's free using Mask On, which is why I wore my mask to start the segment. Masks or masks, Farachi?
Mask
On. If you write Mask On, all capital letters, you will get your third bag free. There you go. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From their roastery to your front door. As I said earlier, guaranteed to ship within 24 hours of its roast date. What are you waiting for? You like coffee? What American doesn't like coffee? You're American, see? America. You're going to wear a mask and you're going to buy coffee. And you're going to buy coffee from brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. Boom!
Right.
Now I can take this off.
There we go. All right. Mask On is the new
coronavirus. Everywhere.
My corona. Huh?
Well, no, nobody's in the room with me.
No.
And I am responsible. I wear this everywhere I go outside. But I want to drink my whiskey, which is more responsible than trying to not spread coronavirus to myself.
And you're doing it indoors.
Exactly.
Drinking the whiskey. It's the safest place to be. All right, Timmy, Tom, Lady P, welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Got a lot to talk about. Opening day eve for us. There are some baseball games being played tomorrow, but it doesn't involve us. So opening day for us is Friday, 4:10 p.m. against the Cracklanta Braves. But before we get into the Met stuff, let's talk about some of the potential news that happened today. Mookie Betts gets paid, guys. 12 years, $365 million. One day after I told Kyle, you guys are only going to have Mookie Betts for this 2-month period. Because because I did say to him, look, the Dodgers have been doing this thing for a decade now of being the best team in the National League and have not won a World Series in the last decade or so. So I, just thinking through, listening to some of the experts out there, if they don't win it this year, I mean, do you start, blowing it up a little bit? Do you take a chance on signing Betts to a 10 to 12 year contract? But they didn't want to take the chance on giving up those prospects and also losing Betts. So I know the three of you and me too on a 12-year deal that you guys do not like that. So are you? Because we had talked about the Mets potentially getting into the earthquake in the building, potentially getting into the Mookie Betts situation if Cohen comes on board, get a new owner in here that wants to make a big splash. But that's now out for us.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's a boatload of money. Good Lord, $360 million for a baseball player. 12 years. I mean, that's insane. Granted, to me, on a day-to-day basis, only Mike Trout is better than him. The guy puts up some serious numbers, and he's an excellent ball player. But that's a lot of. I mean, I think LA's taking a really big chance. And like you said, they've been one of the top teams for the last few years. So I mean, they have to try to keep that up now. Now it's just about you got to keep it going. You can't blow it up because you can't. What are you going to blow up? Something that gets you to the playoffs and almost gets to the World Series every year. You're going to blow that up? I wouldn't. I mean, it's just.
No, I wouldn't either.
It's just the luck of the draw, And one year they ran into a team, an orange and blue team that was just fantastic. Who would have? It happens.
There's no way the Mets can beat Kershaw and Greinke going twice in the series. Get out of here, you jerk offs.
Never happened.
So with Mookie Betts, to me, 12 years is absolutely redonkulous. I mean, the guy's going to be 39 years old when the contract is up. A lot better than some other contracts that are out there. The guy does have more talent. He's top 5 in baseball, definitely top 3, arguably. And you can see him all the way up to his mid-30s if he stays healthy, batting .290, 25 to 30 homers. The guy's going to produce. So, but there's the key. If he's healthy, and that's why I don't like these contracts, because there's so many injuries in baseball. It's not a physical contact sport, but it's a physical sport. It's a very strenuous sport. 12 years is a lot. Granted, the last 5 years he's been fairly healthy. I think 2 years ago he had some injury. He was out for a short stint, nothing major. But boom, all he needs to do is blow an ACL. God forbid. I don't want that to happen. I wish everybody, even my opponents, the most health, not success, but health. So hopefully he stays okay and strikes out 100 times against the DeGrom. But I think that it's a real risk. That kind of 12 years is huge. I mean, 7 years to me is a big risk, and that's something I was stretched to with certain players. But 12 years.
But let me ask you a question. As Tom talks about, Dodgers, like the Cubs, are an attraction in LA as much as a baseball club. Top black star in the game. No-brainer for the Dodgers to want him to be a part of the brand, and he's a great player. He's a fantastic player. And then he follows up with, yes, way too long. Think about the Pujols. So my question to you guys is, and again, I'm not saying I'm a fan of a 12-year contract, but in a 12-year contract for one of the top 3 to 5 players in the game, right? Like when you think of best players in the game, you're thinking Trout, Yelich, and Betts. I mean, let's say 3 to 5. So let's say in a 12-year deal, he and this is going out on a long shot. He has 3 major injuries, misses 3 years randomly and sporadic, but also the Dodgers make the playoffs every single year and they win 2 championships. Do you think the contract's worth it then? Misses 3 years, so now he's played 9 years, and in those 9 years, they've made the playoffs every single year, won 2 championships.
That's a lot of ifs, though, bro. I mean, that's my point. $365 million of ifs is a lot of ifs.
If you put that into the Mets equation, would we take him for 13 years, losing him for 3 years, making the playoffs every year he's on the team, winning 2 rings? Yeah, I take it.
I mean,
I take it.
Yeah, but remember that during his career, he's going to generate money. You know, every year, his jerseys. I mean, he's going to generate money for the team. So it's not like they're investing all the money and not getting anything in return besides just stats. You know, they're getting a fandom. They're becoming.
They're getting butts in the seats. They're getting merchandise. Yeah,
they're getting a lot of stuff. So I mean, you know, it may not even out, but if I'll take 9 years, I'll take 9 years of him playing on my team. I mean, even though for the next 5 years, I'm assuming, like Keith said, he's going to be from a 25 to 35 year home run type of guy in the next 5 years, and then after that,
huge.
Really, it's going to drop. It's going to start to drop unless he's one of those type of miracle guys that are in great shape and one of those, you know, abnormal type of dudes that just fantastic and don't have to do the roids, you know, because it's going to drop. Now, is it worth for a 20 home run guy in 8 years to pay him $30 million?
Probably not at that point. But then it's like, what has he done for you leading up? Because yeah, Tom mentions Pujols, and yeah, Pujols has had the foot injury, this and that. But think about now, we're going to have the DH. So if you think about, you know, Betts contributing at that point, I mean, contracts, you gotta wait it out to see if it was worth it. So not to, you know,
it's a lot of ifs. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what do you put on your 401k portfolio? Do you put high risk or low risk? That's really what it comes down to. And this is a high risk deal, high reward. You know, it's if he stays healthy, it's going to be a high reward deal. Who the hell wants to face this guy anywhere in the lineup anytime? He's dangerous. Great player. You know, if the Mets did it, would I be happy with the 12 years like Joe was saying? No. Would I argue with it? No. You know,
yeah.
we got Mookie Betts. I'm not happy. I hate the whole 12-year thing, but hey, we got Mookie Betts. So what am I going to do? And the hope is that you don't
enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Right, and the hope is you don't sign like 2 or 3 other 12-year players. And as this guy ages, you build other people around him to support him, using his stardom to attract other players in. That's kind of the hope, you know, and that's kind of probably what the plan is.
Plus, you got Betts and Bellinger back to back in that lineup.
So I got a quick question.
Pretty disgusting.
Trout out of the question. But you take Hair Flipper, and we all know who Hair Flipper is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take Hair Flipper and Betts. 12, same kind of contract. Who you take Betts over Hair Flipper?
Betts, absolutely.
Is that a personal thing or is that a logistical thing?
Both.
No, fair, because for me it's probably both too. That's honestly fair, Joe. Yeah,
no,
because
it's an average thing. He has a higher average.
I don't think
he can hit for average.
He's a better hitter.
In the scheme of how the major league is going right now, if you're going to say who's worth what, Betts is more worth his contract than Hair Flipper's worth his. To me, my opinion.
Yeah.
Others may argue. Trout, there's another case. That guy is like superhuman, but whatever.
So now, like him and the Angels signed 2 big. They got big 2, actually 3 if you want to still count Pujols. So they're paying Pujols, I don't know how much money now, 30 some odd million. Trout just got his deal. Rendon got his deal. And you know, the Angels are just trying to keep up with the Dodgers. Because imagine that. It's like I want to say it, but it's kind of like our situation. But speaking of,
is so productive.
Yes, for sure. But I'm just saying that the Angels are spending. Pujols, Ohtani's going to come up for a contract eventually. They have Rendon, who's going to miss a few games, I think, because he's got an oblique situation. And then you got the big man Trout, who just announced that he's playing this year. Like he was up in the air about it, but he said, "I'm gonna go."
He has a big chance to win something this year.
He has a big chance to do some major damage, I think. Trout. They're talking about different stretches of 60 games of batting average, and like Trout, they did like the the best 60 game stretch for several different players. Like Trout was like 385. The man hit 385 for 60 games, in one point in his career. Altuve, who, with the help of the last few years.
I can't take any of his stats.
Right. And I laughed that off. He batted like 412 or something during one 60 game stretch.
If I know what's coming, I can bat 600, I guarantee.
Of course. I can hit a game-winning home run against Aroldis Chapman too, and hide my chest, go into the dugout, change my uniform, and come back out to celebrate.
Unbelievable.
I'm looking at something on Pujols. I'm looking at his contract in 2021 when it expires. It has a little annotation that says 10-year, $10 million personal service contract begins once the player contract expires. What does that mean?
I guess he's going to work in the front office.
That's what it sounds like.
Interesting.
That means he's cleaning up the baseballs after practice.
I mean, was Pujols the Pujols he was in St. Louis when he was in Anaheim? No, but from the marketing and everything else, that was not as bad as a deal as some people make it out to be.
Pujols is a Hall of Famer. He's going to hit 700 home runs, I think, right? Or is he close to that?
Right now, he's at 656 with 2 years left on his contract.
How many years?
Really 1.5 years because this year's like less than a half.
Maybe he can be a player coach the next year and finish up to get to 700.
He might hit 700. I mean, the guy has 3,200 hits.
I hope so. I've always liked Pujols.
650 is really good.
I mean,
3,200 hits is really good. He's got 2,000 RBIs with a career on-base percentage of .379, and that's with a huge decline over the last several years. So, anyway, yeah.
And so Tom says Dodgers will market Betts, much better investment than Trout. Quite frankly, Harper is a better asset than Trout. Harper fills seats. I think that Harper has been marketed better than Trout. The Angels, there's no excuse for. They did a bit on Levitard a few weeks back. There's no excuse for somebody not to even know. Trout comes on the screen and there's a bunch of people that don't know who that is. But it might not be baseball fans, but if you put LeBron James, who's the best player in the NBA, on the screen, everybody knows LeBron James. So it's a marketing thing too,
Maybe Chaltanazzi or something.
And Harper fills seats because he's a good baseball player, right? He doesn't hit for average. He gets upset. He flips his hair. He's a dick sometimes.
He's demonstrative.
There's people that want to see that.
A lot of that demonstrative behavior does attract fans. It does.
He's fiery.
Tony, 40 and 20. I love it. Love the way you're thinking. All right, let's move it along here. What happened this past weekend?
Before we move along,
before
we move off of bets, I'm going to make a prediction. What is this, episode 23? 23?
23.
Episode 23, making the prediction right now. Betts doesn't play more than 30 games this year. Watch.
Ooh.
Watch. Doesn't even play 30. Watch.
You put a whammy on people this year?
Watch.
There's a whammy.
No, I'm not throwing the whammy. I'm not throwing the whammy. I'm just going based on a long history of high dollar free agents signing the big contract. And that first year, what happens? I got paid. My ankle hurts. Watch. 30 games. Write it down.
Whammy Joe. He's not producing Joe anymore. He's Whammy Joe.
Whammy Joe.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's a gamer. I don't think he'll send it in. He seems like a real competitive kind of guy, but
but if you get hurt, it's not because you don't want to play. You got hurt.
Well, that's not what Joe said. Joe said, I got paid. So
Friday night.
I mean, that sounds like you're kind of mailing it in a little bit. So we'll see.
I didn't say mail it in. I just, between him and the organization not wanting to risk their greatest asset at this point, you're going to see him play in 30 games. That's
a different look at it. We'll see.
I just got a text message from some douche that we all know.
Yes,
There
he
is-
does.
There is
Wow.
a woman. There's a
Wow.
woman here on Twitter. I'm not going to reveal her name on here, but not going to lie, I'm thinking about buying a Chase Utley cardboard cutout to put at Citi Field.
They won't
And
put it.
he said, I'm going to do one too. And I said
Unless-
they would never allow it.
Unless there's a Met hat
Why
on
would
them.
they do that?
Why don't you check the private
Yeah,
chat
they
room?
wouldn't allow it. Have you seen the pictures of the cutouts? Yeah, no,
There's no way.
they're only putting people in Met jerseys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they said you must have Met apparel on. So if they put Chase Utley in a Met jersey and shirt, it'll probably pass. And I'd be fine with that because screw you. Wear a Met jersey, you prick.
I don't know if I'd be fine with that. I don't want it. I don't want Chase Utley.
Yeah,
Is that
It's off.
Jen?
No,
It-
Jim's not here. I was
Oh.
testing something out. All right.
Jen was calling you.
Let's move it along. We're not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this. The Yankee home and home series over the weekend. Any positives out of the weekend?
Whew, I just threw up all the positives. I don't know what's left.
We didn't get any injuries directly from the series. How about that?
That's a good one.
It's a practice game.
La Familia.
Practice games. Think about it.
It's exhibition, not worried about it, but it was gross.
You
That's
feel a little better. It's a practice game. Everybody's just trying their thing. Like Porcello's trying to loosen up and get ready for the season. So he throws fastballs in the beginning. Then towards the end, he works on his curveball. Every player on there is working on their stuff, getting ready for the season because it's a practice game. If you take it too serious and you worry about it, you're gonna lose your mind for no reason. It's a practice game where everybody's just trying to get ready for the season. Now, again, I hate losing to them. Oh well, thank you.
No, sorry. Speaking of what just happened, do you remember back in the day when we were, doing it from a table here? When we were doing it separately for that little amount of time, and the sound stuff wasn't working, so I hit a sound, and like randomly, a minute and 12 seconds later, the sound would play.
Oh, it was minutes later. Is that what's going on now?
No. Keith was saying the sounds were coming through a little low.
They did. They were. The first Ride Home Sucks came a little low.
Okay.
George, what up, G? Let's go Mets, bro.
All right. Well,
George says
is trash.
Practice games meant shit. I must agree.
Yeah, no, they do mean shit, but
Still sucks.
Mad Dog, Bobby Plummer, Mad Dog, from the National League East. He said that today. Wow. Look at that. All right. Tom Cespedes is running out that one in first to first base, but you just don't know if it was a regular season game if you would have run it out. Cano with the backhanded play that he typically makes, the off balance throw that he typically makes.
You mean after 3 days of being back and practicing?
Yeah.
You think he's ready to make that? No, he's not in any way or shape or form. Don't get into that, man. It's just stupid. Wait till the season starts, and then we can criticize them for their play. That means they're not ready. They didn't.
And honestly, give them a little break because there was no spring training. They work out pitches. They'll go into spring training. They'll throw a slider 700 times because that's the pitch they want to work on. But when it comes to the season, they're going to throw their whole repertoire and they're going to practice throwing batters out. So what happened during that game Saturday and Sunday really doesn't mean that's what the season's going to look like. Wait till Friday. Give it 2 or 3 games into the season, and if we're still looking that way, yes, you should worry. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to be really competitive against the Braves, and I think we're going to take two games from them and go from there.
Let's sweep them.
I'm being careful. Braves are a good team, but I do think we could take 2 games from them.
Yeah, the Braves are, but I do want to go down there or make a statement at Citi Field.
We need to win every series, bro. What are you talking about? There's no whatever. It's every series has to be won for us to be shot at this.
Can I just say that Maureen is a slacker today? Since she called everybody a slacker.
Well, okay, let's start the show. All right, welcome everybody to the Put in the Book show. We're restarting for Maureen Mulvihill.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Rodriguez to my left, Keith down here, and producer Joe.
Hold on, I gotta put my mask back on.
Whammy Joe.
This segment is brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
Let's talk about Mookie Betts. Let's talk about Mookie Betts for another 20
Mookie
minutes.
Betts got 12 years, $365 million.
I love it. The first thing when I was on vacation, I tuned in afterwards. I started watching the show. The first thing I see is Maurice Keith is a slacker. I was like, love it. Joe's not on. Joe's a slacker. Steve's not on. Steve's a slacker. Maureen, you're awesome. We love you.
All right, for all of you guys and gals watching, if you could just do us a favor, just hit the share button. Share us out. We'd greatly appreciate that. All right, are we done talking about that crap that happened over the weekend?
Yes,
yeah, that was enough of that. Yeah,
right.
enough.
All right.
Exhibition. Bye. Let's go.
All right, so let's get to a little bit of news from today that broke about an hour before we came on air. Marcus Stroman and Robert Zellman to the injured list. Seems as though Stroman could miss a couple of starts with a tear in his calf muscle. I know that I saw the other day Zellman had some bicep issues. I don't know if that is the reason. Okay, if that was the reason for it, but there we go. Right off the bat, we lose our number 2 starter, at least for the first couple of rounds through the starting rotation. So now you're tested. Who do you go with? Do you go to a 4-man rotation off the bat? But probably not a good idea right off the bat. Do you bring in one of these guys that have come up and pitched in a few games for us? Is it Lugo? Do they want to keep him in the bullpen? What do you think, Joe?
Keep him in the bullpen. He's been rock solid. And until Familia proves he belongs as the closer, Lugo is the closer. Not just that, but he can give us more than one inning. Diaz, sorry. Familia. I should have watched Rodriguez.
Hey, Familia looked good.
Yeah.
He did look good, though.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But, yeah, no, keep Lugo in the bullpen. Give that kid Patterson a chance.
Yeah, Rodriguez. What do you think? You want to give an unknown, not an unknown to us especially, but somebody who hasn't necessarily started too many games, or do you want to go with like a what's his name, Lockett or
Walter Lockett?
Yeah,
the guy from Mayberry. No, I'm not going Lockett out there. Now, granted, he did pitch in the majors. He pitched well. He was the guy that got. I think cheated on by the Astros, and they were able to smack him around a little bit, but only after they started cheating.
I think like seven runs.
Yeah, after the 5th inning or so they started cheating out. But regardless, I'm want to see what the kid has. I'm taking David Peterson. I'm putting him in. His fastball is improved. He's up a couple of ticks on mile per hour wise, like 93, 94. He's a lefty, which no matter what, always one of the hardest pitches to hit. No, I don't know why they just built that way. 3 or 4 innings every start. Give him a couple of starts. Let Stroman get ready, because at the end of the day, the first 2 starts, okay, it's nice if we win them, but that's why we have a 60-man bench basically running around. Bring in Peterson. If Peterson, then bring in Lockett after him. Just. The 5th game, just throw guys out there that can do through 2 or 3 innings. Always have Loogie ready for that game. Always have him prepared. Yes. Don't go into that game with Loogie just pitching the previous games. Right. That guy's got to be ready to come in, and as soon as anything happens, boom, he comes in.
So it's maybe like a Rays situation where you bring Peterson. Yeah, Peterson comes in, pitches 3-4 innings. If he can go a fifth, he goes a fifth. And if he can't, then we drop in the bullpen and and get it done that way.
Give him the experience.
2 starts, we hope.
Yeah.
Keith, anything to add on that?
It's going to be more, by the way.
I don't believe in Lockett. I don't think Lockett is the answer.
What do you believe?
Of the children of the future.
Yes.
I agree with both Joe and Rodriguez. Lugo needs to stay in the bullpen. Specifically, I think because we're having these starter issues, he's going to be even more important because we're going to need somebody that can come in and throw 4 innings if something were to happen. I do like the idea of throwing Peterson in there. Screw it, let's go balls to the wall. Throw the kid's a stud. Let's see what he got. It's a 60-game season. You kind of got to throw everything you got that you think is your best weapon and see what sticks and run. You got to sprint through the season. So that Peterson idea is a great idea. I'm not so sure if that now with this situation happening where Lugo is going to fit. I don't think he's going to be able to be our closer. Diaz and Familia is going to need to step up. It shifts everything all the way back to the end of the bullpen.
They're closers. That's their job. Don't worry about Loogie.
Right, but Loogie's been the anchor in that bullpen. So having him to an assigned role instead of more flexible does change the dynamic a little bit. However, I think Stroman will come back. I don't know if that's my Met fandom or just thinking, hey, you got a torn calf muscle, get over it, you big bitch, and pitch. But Stroman going down does hurt, specifically because the bowling ball volleyball player decided to get hurt again.
Yes, he decided to get hurt.
He decided I'm going to go for Tommy John. My decision. I'm a little pissed at him. That's what it is. I think that losing Thor does hurt a lot. Losing Stroman can potentially alter our season for a bad way if he does not come back after 2 or 3 starts. 2 or 3 starts maximum, because this season is so short. Even 2 or 3 starts could be detrimental. Remember, this is not the regular type of season. We are opening 13 straight games. Normally, we open up where we can say, hey, we're going to do a 4-man rotation because there's about 2 days in the first 10 days that we have off.
Yep.
Now it's 13 straight days, 1 day off, another 2-week stretch of baseball because we're squeezing it in. So we can't do that 4-man rotation successfully like we would have in a regular season.
Right.
So I'm curious, Luis, our new manager is going to have a lot of adversity to deal with right now. I'm also curious to see how he's going to handle it. Should be fun.
He's got a lot of interesting decisions to make. You are absolutely correct. Yeah.
And there's a lot of talent. The right decisions, he can get through the adversity and get us into a good position. But, let's see what happens. Think about it. Aside from Nationals, we have the best rotation, I think, in the National League East.
No, you're delusional now.
Why, you think the Braves are better than us?
If you think losing Stroman, he still makes us have the best starting rotation in the National League East.
Well, if he only loses, if we only lose him for 2 games, then
if we only lose him for 2 or 3 games, yes.
Yeah. But still, during those 2 or 3 games, we're not going to be the best.
We'll see. I mean, I think Matt's is going to have a big year.
Hey, instead of we have a Hulk, we have a Cy Grom. Okay.
I do think Matt's is going to have a big year. I say that.
I won't be
say that with a
realistic.
smile because he's proven me wrong in my belief in him over the years so far. But I do think Matt's is going to have a good year this year.
Yeah.
And I also think
that curveball and that off-speed pitch that he's been working on, that's going to help him become a way, way better pitcher.
I think Porcello is going to be pretty decent too.
Yeah. But coming from the American League, where it's, if I remember correct, I think the American League is like a curveball league supposedly, and the National League is supposed to be like a fastball league, or maybe that's in the old days or whatever it is. But coming from a different league and to the National League, where he's not going to be well known for the first few weeks, so he can use that to get 3 or 4 quick, easy wins. And once they start seeing him again and figuring him out, because the scouting reports are great, but seeing the guy playing against the guys is a different story. So once they figure him out, he'll be to 500 again. But you can get 3 or 4 quick wins on people now.
Yeah, and I think also Rodriguez, all the Met fans should be a little easy on Oswalt. He hasn't had a chance to prove himself. Give him a chance to prove himself because we're going to need him right now. Back him
Corey
up.
Oswalt?
Corey Oswalt. He is what he is, and truthfully, we need him, especially in this time. So back him up because if Waka, I think it's going to be okay.
Waka's the wild card.
We'll see. I mean, we have a lot of potential. Nothing short except for DeGrom and Stroman. And Stroman right now is dealing with an injury. So it adds a lot of question marks and makes me want to cry.
No crying. Let's move on to something not to cry about. Well, some people might cry about. Crowd noise and cardboard cutouts. We talked about it in our group. Joe, I think we all agreed. I don't know, Rodriguez, if he chimed in that, and the players agreed also. They want a little bit louder crowd noise, and they also got to work out the kinks. Because on a couple of occasions,
pretty sloppy.
An error on one side, and the home team crowd noise cheered. So they got to kind of figure that stuff out. But the whole reason for the crowd noise, the conversation got started was because of that Baltimore game from a few years ago when they had no fans because I don't know if there was riots going on, protesting. I don't remember exactly what it was. Look at this guy.
You know what? Play it. You got to play it. Everybody, look who's here.
But
can I just say, when you said a little bit louder, I thought immediately of Animal House. A little bit louder now, shout. And then you said the Kinks. Then I heard, come dancing. All these musical references. Farachi, you make music in my head.
I make music. Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, Brian Hahn does. Oh, what?
Don't acknowledge that piece of. What's your mom saying? Blah 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 to Brian Hahn?
Probably.
I'm sure.
Didn't you just say don't acknowledge him?
Don't acknowledge that.
But you said his name.
I didn't say his name.
Who? Oh, you. I thought you were.
I said who's.
Were you trying to tell me not to acknowledge Brian Hahn or Vargas?
Resign Vargas. Who said resign Vargas? Dylan.
Listen. If we resign Vargas, Keith is going to have a stroke and just like he'll be done. He'll be no good to us.
That blue, Dylan.
You know who could spot start and give us 4 or 5 innings on the fly?
This
Big
guy.
Sexy. Big Sexy.
Big Sex?
Bring back Big Sexy.
If you bring Big Sexy. No, not that big.
No. Yeah, no, this is Big Sexy 1. Yeah, no, Big Sexy 2, Bartolo.
That would just be fun.
Barbara said we started too early today.
It would.
That's part of it. You got to go back and watch the rest. Oh, look at these 2 guys over here. Nice little picture there. All right.
What guys is that?
Huh?
What are you yapping about?
I said it.
The guy's there. My mom's profile picture.
Ah.
That was pretty cool. All right. Yeah. So the crowd noise, they were able to hear each other in the dugout, and they were like, "Oh, I heard you saying, I'll take a bigger lead off first base when you get on." So that's where the crowd noise discussion came in. It's important.
What's important to me is that Pete Alonso is going to be wearing a mic all year.
I can't wait for it.
I love it.
Look, he can say whatever he wants. The highlights are going to go up on his YouTube, so he can curse, he can do whatever, and they just pop it up.
I'm focused on the damn.
But he's not talking to anybody. It's just a microphone, no headphone, nothing.
No one's going to talk to him?
No, nobody's talking to him. It's just him mic'd up.
That's my thing too, Rodriguez. I
think it's phenomenal.
If I was the other team, I'd hack into it. As soon as the ball hits him, I'd be like, "Whoa!"
Yes. Do it.
Why he's not going to wear it earbuds.
A-Rod. When A-Rod was rounding second, what did he do?
No,
Tim, you want to suit up? Mitch Russ, El Blanco Grande.
All right, Dylan, resign Fargas. You Farganis.
Did you just see that now?
No, I heard you say that before. I'm responding to
Okay.
it now.
Brian, who Brian says he's on my fantasy team. Not sure who he's referring to.
Tim Tabala. He's talking about Timmy.
Timmy, hey, El Blanco Grande is on the Brian Holmes fantasy baseball team.
Oh yeah,
Solid.
Brian Holmes has a lot of fantasies.
Yes, he does.
All right. All right. Anything on the cardboard cutouts? I mean, that's not a big deal. The crowd noise seems to be just
The crowd noise. I wanted to make one point real quick. So when Chuck Knobloch, who was playing third base for the Mets the other day, I think they should try to be a little more accurate with the crowd noise. For example, he botched 2 plays, made his third play. What would happen at Shea Stadium or Citi Field if that was the case? Immediately when he completed that third routine play, all the fans would have stand up, clapped, and screamed with a sarcastic cheer. They should mimic it properly. They're not giving Met fans justice. If I'm at a Met game and one of our players botches 2 plays and then makes a third play, I'm going to get up and be like, good job, a-hole. That's what we do in New York.
Damn.
Yep.
That pissed me off.
Oh yeah. So Brian got Alonso, DeGrom, and Conforto on his fantasy team.
Yeah, but you're a Philadelphia fan. I'll tell you what, I would take any of your scumbags from your team on my fantasy team ever.
Brian,
Nothing.
Richard Holmes.
0. So you know what you are? You're a traitor. You know what the truth is. You know what your heart is, Brian Hom. You're a Met fan, and you just hate yourself. So you punish yourself by following the Phillies. Boom.
Shakalaka. All right. The one thing that is up in the air a little bit is
Brian Holland's Philly fandom. Yep.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it should be called in the question here. But Yoenis Cespedes has been announced as the DH for opening day, so he is ready. Opening day. Tim says, up until this very moment, I wasn't sure Brian existed. Oh, he exists.
Funny too.
This is a real Philly fan.
Trust me, the smell is real.
From November to February, he's a nice guy. Every other day he sucks.
Oh, then he's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, but they're worthless. One championship.
One championship
again.
Some odd years.
Brian Wentz has as many championships, playoff wins as
Carson Wentz. Brian.
No, Brian Wentz.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
That's a whole other show. It's called the Stomp You Out Show. Check it out.
Yeah, I was just gonna come back next month. We'll talk about some NFL stuff.
We'll bring the video out of that gopher that took out Brian Holmes during softball practice.
This is Brian Holmes.
He was shagging fly balls. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Here, Brian Holmes' Achilles.
Oh. Oh man. Where's the thing? Anyway, all right, Brian. We'll talk to you later if you're heading out. So I'm gonna pose this question to Joe, Whammy Joe. Does Cespedes announced on opening day to?
I love you, Brian. Sorry, bro.
DHing opening day, like he's ready for opening day. Does that change for you yet? Your thought on how many games you play this year?
That's funny that you asked me. What did I predict his games? 10? 10, I think.
10-ish, yeah. So that's one. So
9 to go.
Yeah. Okay, look, I gotta be honest with you. After reading what he said, excited about opening day DH, I feel good. I feel ready. I got a little bit of excitement thinking, oh, this would be nice if it actually came to fruition. So it's true. Yeah, I am not on the Mescalis train. I am not on the Mescalis train. But I have a little more hope than I did a week ago. And I would love to see it. So
Hope is always
yeah.
good. Got to keep hope alive. All right. Before we get to our MLB predictions here, talk to you about an amazing Haitian restaurant down here in South Florida. It's called Sterling's Paradise. They are located at 360 State Road 7. That's in Margate. They have griot, fried turkey, many other options. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just phenomenal. So I have not tried the breakfast yet, but
And they're Mets fans, just so you know.
they got it. They're Mets fans, of course. The owner's a Met fan. The owner's a Met fan. That's what it is.
There you go.
Right, and that's the point, right? Exactly. It's not
That's
just
the biggest
amazing food, it's also amazing people. A lot of us here, we've known them for so long. They're just really
Joe's
good.
got a picture of Brian Home on his shirt.
Oh, look at that. Nick.
So not only you're supporting Met fans by going to Sterling's Paradise, you're supporting some pretty cool people. So get your ass over there.
And very good food. Mondays and Thursdays they have lunch special, $9 for griot or tasso turkey. I've tried them both. I just love fried foods. It's so good. All right. Let's talk about one last thing before you order on Uber Eats or any of those applications at Sterling's Paradise. One thing that might change our predictions, and we obviously are going to go with the predictions as we know right now. But they are in talks right now to do an extended playoff this year. Where they would go to 16 teams. Don't know how it works because it hasn't been explained yet. But they need to make the decision by tomorrow, first pitch, I guess, of the Yankees and Nationals game. So our predictions here could be totally shot. We might have to add a few teams to it, but thanks a lot, baseball. We do this and we share it out to the world. Millions of people are going to look at this, and now you got to change it up.
Billions. How
right?
Millions.
So I don't know how that is. Right now there's 10 playoff teams, right? So they would add three more from each league. I'm guessing. I just don't know.
I wanted to pick three more teams. I'm good with that. I'm ready.
Then if you add three more teams, like let's think of the National League. The playoff teams are going to potentially be the Braves, the Mets, the Cardinals, the Nationals, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Cubs. Those type of players, those type of teams. And if you add three more, I think it's just clear cut. These teams are making the playoffs, and these teams, maybe there's going to be a surprise in there. Maybe a Diamondbacks jump in. Maybe the Padres put it together.
Arizona. I think the Diamondbacks. I think the Padres with their young talent can do something. I think the Reds can do something.
Yep. All right. So I guess we'll know by tomorrow, and we will make adjustments if this does indeed go through. So what we did was we each picked the and this is for the entire site, so it's going to be up on cinesportstalk.com tonight with more of an extended version. So it'd be the four of us, Tim and Ed from the Empire 161 show, and then predictions from David, Kyle, and Scott, who are not affiliated to any baseball program on this network.
For us, everyone can go on that site and give us their predictions too. You can just
absolutely
the site and give us your predictions, and we'll see how you do.
Yep.
Back up against Whammy Joe.
And it's interesting because I'm a lot of people are skipping fantasy baseball this year just because it's for me it's just like too much. Because you draft players and maybe they'll sit out. You draft a Zach Wheeler like Brian would probably do, and then he pitches 2 games and goes to be with his wife. Freddie Freeman, all these guys that you would normally pick up, you just hesitant about it. So I actually went into ESPN last night, and I was going to join just a random league, and then I get into like the 3rd or 4th round, and I noticed that the rules say you don't get points for hits, get points for doubles. I'm like, I'm out of here. So I'm going to stick to my daily fantasy to take care of my game. All right, so we'll go through here each division, the wild card, AL National League champions, the World Series champion, and then some of the award predictions here. So we'll start off with the American League East, and just go. Should we just go around the room? Start with Rodriguez, and we'll start with Rodriguez, and then the next one we'll start with Joe. And we'll start with Keith. I make amazing decisions on the show.
Nice job.
Rodriguez, who you got in the American League East?
In the American League East,
You're not going to want to say it, right?
I'm going to just say it the way I want to say it. And let somebody else to think the right way. Yankees.
That's exactly what I put in your prediction. Yankees.
You should.
Joe?
Sadly, I have to say Skankies too. Just being realistic.
I'm being realistic, and I picked the Devil Rays.
He went back in time and picked the Devil Rays.
It's fair. That's another team I would have.
The Rays are always. I mean, the Rays always find a way. They're like the Cardinals. You just plug and play people in there, and they just perform.
But I wouldn't count the Yanks out. Teaser.
No.
Let's keep going.
Dun dun dun. All right. For the American League Central, Joe.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. The Twins. The Twinkies.
Minnesota. The Twinkies in the Central.
It is so. It's easy to forget that they won 103 freaking games last year.
They're a good damn team,
and they
fundamentally sound. They are Keith Hernandez's team. Fundies.
They are. They got the Fundy. They got the power. They set the record 307 home runs last year. It's ridiculous. They're like 12 or 13 guys, double digits in home runs.
They're a good damn team.
And it started at Citi Field.
Yeah.
Those big high scoring games that really early season thing. Quick thing here, Barbara, my mama. Where are the Blue Jays going to play this year? Nobody wants them. So if you guys heard about this, the Blue Jays are not able to play in Toronto because Canada is not allowing it. They went into PNC Park in Pittsburgh and said, "Hey, can we please play with you guys?" And Pittsburgh is not allowing it either.
They said no.
Pirates, it's the city. So what they are potentially thinking about doing now, last I saw, was that they're going to travel to the city that they are playing in, but play as the home team. So,
or they should contact the Mets and play in the Buffalo Bisons.
Well, they had talked about that.
Mets. Yeah,
they had talked about that, but then people were complaining that we're gonna watch the Blue Jays in a minor league stadium.
But nobody's going anyway.
There's not fans there. It doesn't matter if there's 16,000 seats compared to 40. There's no fans, so who cares?
It's the same dimension as a major league park.
Exactly. So
we have the perfect sound effect for that reaction. Wow, wow, wow.
I wish I don't know about the sounds today. I don't know what's going on. But I'd rather them just play in Buffalo. I don't want to see them go around to all these cities and be the home team. Imagine the Blue Jays and the Mets and they're the home team at Citi Field and they get last licks. No. And they're going to play. Hold on a second. No. Now I got a real problem. They're going to play cheers for the Blue Jays in Citi Field? No.
No.
Get out of here. What are you?
You're a Blue Jay. Back to Canada.
All right.
Look how the green screen is picking up my Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
It looks like that Take On Me, the old 80s video. Take On Me. Never mind.
All right. Keith, who you got?
I got the twin. Well, we'll call them because I want to insult them. The Twinkies.
Dual Twinkies here. I also picked the Twins. They have the pitching now too. I think they're even better than they were last year, and they're going to.
They're a good freaking team, man. They're scary good.
Look at they got the Royals in there in that division. They'll play the Indians tough. I picked the Twins barely over the Indians.
They're potentially the best team in the AL, the Twinkies.
Yeah,
I went with the Indians, and the only reason I went with the Indians was because I didn't think the Twins could, with the home run hitters that they have. I thought 60 games is not enough for them to have a whole season to have enough time to get it to show up.
They're streaky.
Get into it. They're very streaky. So I'm thinking decent pitch, a real good pitching, decent pitching can hold them down a little bit. and they won't win the division. But that's another team that should be in the playoffs.
This
Oh,
60-game
yeah.
season is really
Clevenger?
hard to predict, man.
Clevenger's a beast pitching for the Indians.
No, I love that guy. He's great.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he's a strikeout machine too. It's what was he like? 14 strikeouts per 9 innings or something like that.
The Indians are a good team.
Yeah. Even though like last year they were saying, oh, they're going to sell everybody off. They did get rid of Kluber. They did get rid of this other guy who went to the Reds, but they have the system, so they just bring up guys to replace them.
That's the thing, right? And in baseball, what I've learned over the last several years is having the system is what's right. And that's why I like our general manager, because the idea is not to re-sign your best players for these 12-year contracts. The idea is to let somebody else take on that financial burden because you got another stud right behind them. That's the idea to succeed in baseball.
And
even the I can't say their names. The Nationals. Rondona's gone. They got a stud coming up on third base.
Yeah, and then at that point, it's just all about
just depressing me that they do.
Are you picking the right guy? Are you letting this superstar, potential Hall of Famer go and then bringing in this guy? And it's Kyle. We were just talking about how great Mookie Betts is. Don't make me send you off to another.
We're just talking about how he's going to play 161 games over the next 10 years. Beat it. So we're going to the next division now.
This is Kyle's prediction: Dodgers and Twinkies in World Series.
Yeah, Dodger this. Dodge my nuts in your mouth.
That's why. There it is.
Sorry, Kyle. No offense, bro. Just baseball anger.
All right, let's head to the American League West. You, sir, Keith.
Tell him.
I went with the Stros. I mean, honestly, I think cheating aside, they still have one of the most talented teams out there, and I went with them winning the West.
As much as I did not want to go with the Astros, I did pick the Astros. I want to pick Rodriguez's pick because I want that to happen. I'm not sure if they're there yet. Rodriguez?
I'm assuming we're talking about the A's. Who did I pick for the
AL West?
The AL West.
West.
The Angels.
I picked the Angels.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That kind of makes sense about what I said before, right? So, but yeah, I picked the Angels. I think 60-game season with Trout and a couple of good hitters on his
Rendon and Pujols and
Ohtani.
And Ohtani hitting. Is he pitching? I think he's pitching this year, right?
He's going to pitch once a week. So I maybe like last year when he pitches every Sunday.
I mean, those are four solid hitters in a 60-game season with decent pitching. They can take it.
Yep.
I'm hoping they take it. I don't want the Astros to do it.
it's like
What was that? It's like
Invade. What's that movie? In Mars
Attacks.
I love that movie. It's a great movie. Can I just say real quick again, Kyle? Sorry, bro. The show's not rough. It's just the baseball season is about to start, and we're kind of natural rivals, even though we're on opposite coast. And you just said something that pissed me off, so I just attacked you. Sorry. It's not personal. I love you, bro.
Timmy chiming in.
Woo! There you go, Tim. I agree with you, Tim.
Bill Walker with the Mars Attacks reference.
Akak.
There we go.
That movie's great.
Akak.
It's
me and
a
Rodriguez
terrible
with the
movie,
same
but
picks.
the best movie. Like I can
All
watch.
right, come
that
on,
movie
time.
all day. Anyway,
Time's almost up.
Wild
Wild
card.
I got the Stros. Move
All
on.
right, go ahead.
Move on.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Producer Joe.
All right.
I got the Stros. Move
You got
on.
the Stros. All right, so let's go with for the wild card. We'll name both teams we chose for the wild card. It is my turn to go first. I picked the Rays and the Indians. So instead of those guys winning the division, I have them going to the wild card game. Rodriguez.
Who did I pick? I forgot.
The Athletics and the Astros. So you got 3 teams coming from the American League West.
Yeah, they're good. They're gonna.
They're good. All right, so you got the Athletics and the Astros. Producer Joe.
Indians and Rays, same as you.
I mean, we're really we're pretty close. Like
Pretty
Joe,
close.
me and Joe
Yeah.
have the exact same teams for the American League.
And
Over.
I went with the Oakland Athletics, which is a personal favorite team of mine. I think they're going to get the wild card, and the Yankees. If the Yankees don't get the wild card, they're going to get the division.
Yeah,
Yankees.
they're going to playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, let's head to the National League. The National League East, Rodriguez.
I think the Nationals.
Yeah, Bill, that is the sound from Eric the Midget from Stern, or Eric the Actor, as we call him. He is so right. Whatever that sound was, that's Eric the Actor from Howard Stern. When he would come on, they'd play that.
Who played it? Where did it come from?
He was a whack packer.
No.
Long
I mean,
story.
here, like
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Joe, you played it?
I played what?
The sound.
Ack, ack.
Did you not hear the
No,
sound?
no, I said it. I said it out. I voiced it.
My bad. All right. All right, Joe, who'd you pick for the NL East?
I got the Braves.
Okay.
I got the Braves.
What's your name? Keith.
Wow.
I
Know what happened there?
definitely am being a homer, and I took the Mets.
Omar. The New York Metropolitan. I mean, they're predicting out there that the Nationals and the Mets and the Braves will all have the same record. You know,
Yeah. I don't think
34 wins. It's going to be
think
bunched up. It's going to be bunched up. I think the Phillies will fade them, and then the Marlins. Who knows? Imagine they get hot.
the last battling with Marlins. But anyway,
Who did you pick, Rachi?
It's me. Oh yeah, it is me. I picked the Braves to win the division.
give me a Braves chop. Come on, show me your pick. Show me, Farachi.
Go ahead, Trader.
Come on, Trader.
So you picked the Nationals.
I didn't say that.
Go help me out on that. All right.
Am I the only one that picked the Mets?
You are the
Nobody jumped on me for picking the Braves.
Yeah, bro, what was that?
Well, because the only thing I can see on your shirt is meat thick, so I figured you were just already describing your pick.
Obviously.
Farachi's a national trader. He's always a trader, and Rodriguez usually is not a trader, so I blew over his pick.
All right. National League Central. Timmy.
Mets.
The Mets are so good they're going to win the East and the Central. I got the Reds. I have the Reds winning the Central.
You got the Reds. Keith.
I actually was. Central's a hard decision, but I went with the Dodgers. No, there's a lot of teams. You could go Reds, Cardinals, or Cubs. I went with the Dodgers.
How about a team in the division?
Oh, okay.
How about a team that actually plays in the
Cardinals.
division?
Cardinals. I got the Cardinals for the Central.
JC, we're getting blasted here by the fans. You guys are nuts, except for Keith.
Thanks, G.
That's the first time that's ever been said.
Yeah, you just picked the Dodgers to win the Central.
Well, listen,
You're
when you get a normal guy in a nut house, all the nuts think the normal guy's nuts. So there you go.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
I got the Dodgers in the West.
All right.
Show us
Yeah, we didn't get out of the Central.
I know. I'm messing with you, bro. Dodgers.
Show us your nuts, Keith. Show us your nuts.
All right.
Yeah, no, I picked the Cardinals for the Central. I think the Cardinals are going to take the Central. I think because just their structure and team, I think they're good. They're probably going to eke it out. It's a very close race in the Central between the Reds, Dodgers, Cardinals, and Cubs.
All right.
Good guy with the Dodgers.
I went with the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah,
Rodriguez, who'd you got?
I think I picked the Cards.
You did.
Cardinals. They're just solid, man. They never
We
stop.
got Cards
Come on, if you're listening.
and Reds.
You'll suck.
Reds
Me and Timmy got the Reds.
and Cards.
What are you doing? All right. National League West. We can skip Keith on this one because he's going with the Dodgers, right?
You can't stop saying Dodgers, so yeah.
No, I got the Reds in the West.
Probably
All
got
right.
the Phillies.
I'm gonna keep this one short. We all picked the Dodgers.
Yeah, I got
There you go. There you go.
There you go,
First
Kyle. See,
the first unanimous.
does that
division
make up for
champion.
Kyle? I picked the Dodgers.
Wild card pick.
All right, wild card pick for you, Rodriguez. Which two did you pick? Do you remember?
No.
All right, you picked the Mets and the Braves. So you got 3 teams from the National League East going.
As do I.
That's the best division.
I have the Mets and the Nationals making the wild card.
Another 3 from the East.
All right, and Keith?
I got the Braves and the Brewers and the Dodgers.
I will concur with producer Joe. I went the Mets and the Nationals there in the wild card.
Okay.
So me and producer Joe chose all the same teams in both leagues.
Did we really? Wow.
And,
What about the playoffs?
and all 3 of you guys picked 3 teams from the National League East.
Yep.
Whereas me, I picked
It's a
West
strong
and all
division.
3 divisions.
Yeah. All right. So this is the fun one. Rodriguez, who do you have going to the World Series?
National League?
No, both. What 2 teams are going to the World Series?
I'm looking for a Subway Series.
Skanks and Mets
Nice.
is Rodriguez's pick here. Timmy.
All right.
Timmy.
I mean,
Joe?
producer Joe.
We're all waiting for Timmy to say something.
Timmy to chime in.
Dodgers.
I mean, he's naturally trying to win anyway. So
I got the Mets. I have the Mets and the Indians in the World Series. Keith has the Dodgers and the Dodgers. Who do you got for us?
Yeah, I got the Dodgers facing the Dodgers where the Mets win it all.
All right, who do you have, Keith?
I got Mets and Twins.
Mets and Twinkies. And we'll give
I'll take that.
Tim has Yankees and the Dodgers going to the World Series.
Yeah, whatever.
For me, I have
Mets.
the New York Skanks playing the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, it figures. See,
World Series.
there it is. There it is.
You couldn't even let our team make it to the World Series.
See America.
No, he's a traitor.
You see what I get?
Oh.
He doesn't-
No, you have no idea what we deal with.
See this?
Joe, you've been on a team for quite some time, but I'm telling you,
Great.
Rodriguez and I have been here 2 more years. Faraci is a poop and milk, skanky loving traitor.
Listen,
And on that note,
do you not remember last year? Hold on. Do you remember last year when I faked you guys out and I chose a different team and Rodriguez walked out of the room or Keith walked out of the room, and that's when we were back in studio and there's no freaking coronavirus.
I think Rodriguez and I have walked out of the room on you on more than one occasion each.
I walked out of the room on you for your non-watching Game of Thrones ass.
Right. So you're talking about watching some fantasy little devils and demons dancing in the dark crap. We're talking some real life baseball here, Faraci. And you betrayed us. You betrayed us in real life.
Walk out of the room on yourself. You.
Yes.
All right.
They're watching my fantasy show.
Who do you guys have winning the world?
Real life baseball. No, let's not change the subject.
Oh, we got 7 minutes around to get to the 1:15
All
mark.
right, fine.
Who you got winning the World Series, Rodriguez?
Dodgers.
Mets.
The Mets.
My heart. Come on.
Joe?
Mets and 6 over the Indians.
Mets and 6. Keith?
Mets and 7. We're gonna win it in Twin City.
All right. I got the Dodgers winning the World
Not
Series.
surprised. Not
You're a
surprised.
Bellinger Betts fan. Look at you. You kill the bees. All right.
Are you and Kyle gonna cuddle later? You guys gonna spoon?
David, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, bring that camera down. Is Kyle there?
Kyle, if you're watching,
Where's that 5 head? Where is it? Let me see.
Hold on, I'll see if he's there. Oh wait, there is another person there. Hold on.
Tickle, tickle.
Tickle, tickle.
Yeah, Tim are a beast.
Rated R.
Talk about
Rated
reality.
R.
It's Mets.
You see, I'm getting it from all angles here. Look, I'm a down the middle journalist, fair and balanced.
Thank you.
Your Hannity and Combs.
All right, let's get past your.
All right, let's go to AL MVP.
You're from Brooklyn. Where did you learn? You must have learned being a traitor, two-faced rat in Florida.
How am I a traitor? Just because? Where's
Anyway,
the money?
AL Cy Young. Who do you got?
Where did I tell you I put my money? My money's in Vegas on the Mets winning the World Series.
So put it where your mouth is, then, jerk.
I did. There's
Obviously
no
not.
money here. I did.
The Dodgers are winning it all.
I got money on the Mets winning the World Series this year.
The Dodgers are winning the East.
All right, I'll make it easy for American League MVP. We all chose Michael Trout.
As well deserved, yeah.
Thanks, Timmy. You know, some rational sense coming in here. Oh Lord, David. I'm gonna tackle everywhere. What's going on?
Oh, okay. Now we're talking wrestling.
Well, yeah, because they're talking about. I'm not a big, Shawn Michaels fan. It's all right.
Yeah, me neither. Go Hogan.
You're not a big Hogan fan? Sacrilege.
Anyway,
Mets. All right. The NL MVP. Joe, who'd you pick?
NL MVP?
Yeah.
Bellinger. I see him outshining Betts this year because I only see Betts in 30 games. Go.
Keith.
Yelich.
Christian Yelich. I went with Mookie Betts. Rodriguez.
Did I pick Yelich?
Yes, sure did.
He's fantastic. He's top. Top 3 ball player. I never would have thought that.
Never envisioned that as when he was with the Marlins.
The power that he developed is amazing.
And 350.
Timmy's with me. Look at that. Thanks, Timmy. Nice.
Well, Timmy can't pick a former Red Sox, so I don't think that happens there. George says Yelich is going to win. Let's head to the American League Cy Young.
Terrible name. It feels like you're throwing up. Yelich.
Yeah. Keith, who you got for American League Cy Young?
I picked Verlander. I want the safe pick, but I do think it's what's going to happen.
All right, I went with Garrett Cole. Don't call me a traitor. Keith.
You are like the worst person ever.
Rodriguez, who'd you pick? Say it a little louder.
Garrett Cole. Because I know what I'm talking about.
All right.
He's just a terrible person.
Joe?
See, I think Faraci just picks it because he hates
Garrett
the Mets.
Cole.
I think Rodriguez picks it because it's a statistical thing.
Garrett Cole is an easy pick. I mean, Garrett, yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's a good pitcher.
All right. National League Cy Young. I think it's my turn to start. And I'm going to go with Walker Buehler.
What did you say? Because I didn't hear you.
Rodriguez?
Who did you pick?
Walker Buehler.
You picked Walker Buehler.
Buehler.
All right.
Buehler.
I picked
you know why? Is because it's to win 3 in a row. That's hard.
He only has to win 8 games.
He might win 4 with the runs board that we give that guy.
All right, so we know he's a traitor. Joe, who do you got?
He wins 4.
DeGrom, easy choice. DeGrom.
I'm just going to play a little song. You got to know who it is.
Bueller.
DeGrom, baby.
All right. All right. American League Rookie of the Year. I have Lewis Robert, and he is just a beast and is being projected as the next Mike Trout, which is a lot to say.
My God, I picked the same as you. You can skip me.
Yeah, you did. Also, Joe also went with Lewis Robert. For Rodriguez.
I picked a trade. I
don't know why I said that.
Trader.
That's not.
Who did I pick?
You picked Brendan McKay.
Oh, for the rookie, the lefty. Yeah.
And then I chose Gavin Lux, who is a Dodger, for National League Rookie of the Year. Joe did the same. Keith, who'd you got for National League Rookie of the Year?
Dylan Carlson.
This
kid's gonna be fire. You'll see.
Fire. And then Rodriguez, you chose Mackenzie Gore.
I did.
Hey, Bueller.
Good left-handed pitcher on the Padres, I think.
He's for the Dodgers, right?
Dodgers? No.
What'd you say? The Rays?
Who? No, I think he's from the Padres, right?
Oh yeah. I was jamming to the Hogan. David says somebody from the Marlins.
That's an easy pick.
Movies and wrestling.
All right. So those are our predictions for what's going to happen this year, and we know that we might have to make an adjustment.
No, we won't. That's nonsense. Hockey, basketball, everybody wins. Stupid mentality. Last place gets a trophy. Crap. No, don't do it. Baseball.
That's the money, dude. They want to have all these playoffs. They want to make up some of the money that they're losing. That's all it's
Yeah,
about.
but you know what? I want to be an American.
You are an American. It's done. All right, guys.
Okay.
Baseball is happening starting tomorrow.
We're gonna do the lineups real quick.
No, I don't think we have. You want to run through yours?
I'll do it real quick.
Yeah.
From 1 through 9: Nimmo, McNeil, Conforto, Alonso, Davis, Cespedes, Ramos, Rosario, and Cano. That's what I would like to see. Not what I'm predicting.
Yeah, I like Rosario in the 9-hole. Just so you have the back-to-back potential leadoff guys.
Yep.
And who do you have 8th?
Rosario. So I'm thinking Ramos, Rosario would get on base. Cano could drive him in.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the Cano's not batting 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Basically.
Good on that. Rodriguez, what's your perfect lineup? And then we'll head out.
My perfect lineup is Rosario, McNeil, Alonso, Conforto, Cespedes, Cano, the catcher, Buffalo. What's his name? Nimmo.
You don't have J.D. Davis in the lineup?
Wait, I'm missing
Davis.
Davis.
You have Nimmo second.
Yeah, Nimmo's and Davis. Or Davis and Nimmo, because I want to have Nimmo be sort of like a secondary leadoff guy in front of Rosario.
So did you what are your thoughts on both of the games? Pete Alonso batting second.
I don't think he should bat second anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
It was great, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I hate it. I want him 3, 4, or 5. If anything.
Well, in front of him. Go ahead, ask me a question.
The question is that the rationale behind Cano batting 3rd was to get him more at bats, right? So my question is in
preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what the management said. So why not lead him off?
I didn't.
Exhibition game. If you're just getting him at bats, lead him off.
Yeah. Cano's been playing how many years?
It's a poor excuse for me. I just.
That's the problem that I hope we don't have, where he just lets the veteran guys like
what Callaway did
make a decision where I don't think Cano shouldn't have. He didn't even have to play in that game. Honestly, he just showed up. It didn't matter. He didn't have to play in the game. If that's his reasoning, then that's his reasoning. Okay, we understand it, or we get it. But that's not my reasoning. I wouldn't even have him play.
Yeah, I think it's a crappy excuse, but it is what it is. We'll find out what the lineup is, and then we'll make our judgments on Friday, as we always do. Rodriguez, any parting words for the millions of folks watching live at home, and those of you that will be watching in the future?
And those in attendance. Yeah, Farachi's a traitor. First of all, don't ever forget that. He's a weasel. He's a traitor. Let's 2 days, and we start the season. 2 days towards the run to 60 for the championship. Screw the Dodgers. I hope they never win anything ever again. I hope Mookie Betts gets hurt. I don't care. I said it. So there. Whammy Joe, do your thing.
Whammy Joe.
Whammy Joe says no more than 30 games for Mookie Betts. Screw the Dodgers. Agree with Rodriguez. 2 days till baseball. 1 day till baseball. 2 days till Mets baseball.
Mets.
We'll
Stay with
have
the Mets.
a lot of fun to talk about next week. And Mets win the COVID-19 World Series. Let's go. LFGM.
LFGM. Keith,
I just want to say, honestly, I am completely
Tim has a question
grateful.
for you.
No, I don't think that was for me. I think that was for you. No, that definitely was for me. Tim wouldn't ask me that. He meant for you because you're a traitorous little. Anyway, I am completely grateful and happy that we have baseball coming in. And Farachka, I do love you. Look, I'll even tickle your underside. All kidding aside, I am very humbled and grateful we have baseball back. I was questioning at a certain point we'd even have baseball. Baseball means so much to me. I know it means a lot to all of you who are watching. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching. I know it means a lot to the other guys in these 4 little Brady Bunch squares around me. It's special. It's going to heal a lot of things. Not the virus, of course, but baseball is special. I am so glad it's back. 2 more days. Let's go Mets. Everybody out there, be safe. Stop being stubborn. Put your damn masks on. You could take your mask off when you're at home and mowing your lawn. You know,
Mowing the lawn.
yeah, but look, just do it, guys. Let's go Mets. Love you all, and we will announce when our next show comes on because there's a straight shoot of baseball coming for the next 13 days. I don't know when we're going to do our next show.
We got to figure out a day.
As a team, we will talk that out and figure it out for you guys.
We will get together, hammer it out. All right, 2 days away. We've been doing the show through all the COVID stuff, no baseball, but we finally get the money shot coming on Friday. Mets baseball. Next week we'll come at you with our 24th show of the year. Like I said, we did it all through COVID. We talked Mets baseball, blast from the past, all that good stuff. But now we get to talk about all the good stuff that are happening right now. So we're going to talk next week.
Hey, Faraj, we doing a live chat during the game Friday?
I like doing that. If we can,
I'm with you.
Yeah, whoever can do it, do it. We'll jump in the Facebook group and do like we did. We did a couple of times last year.
We will do a live chat. Lots of fun.
We'll do it live.
Woo!
All right, we'll talk to you guys next week. Braves and the Red Sox.
Let me
7 games
with the music.
Real quick. Out of the 7 games, Rodriguez, 3 against the Braves, 4 against the Red Sox. What's our record to the first 7?
3 against the Braves, 4 against the Red Sox. I'm gonna go with.
We need to be 5 and 2.
We need to be 5 and 2. I'm thinking 4.
5 wins. 5 wins. 5 wins.
I'm going with 4 wins. I want 5. I think we're gonna pull out 4.
Does that make you a traitor?
No, it makes me honest.
So I was being honest. All right, I'm going with.
No, you're being a traitor.
I'm going with 4 and 3. I say we take 2 out of 3 from the Braves and the other 2 series with the Red Sox. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week. We are everybody's heroes. We'll talk to you later. We'll try, Kenny. All right, everybody. Peace out.
Later.